Hey there, mates. Roy and James Paddington Bear Blackpool the third. And we're here for another episode of your NXT UK rubbish. And hey up, Cocker. Like Blackpool said before, Blackpool will walk through hell, fire, and brimstone to bring you the latest rubbish. So let's start off with a nice piss-warm pint, wankers. You know what? This one's mildly warm. Hey, these mates in the back are onto something. Almost quite piss warm enough. So, the NXT UK started off this week with a press conference highlighting an upcoming championship match between this wanker Walter from Vienna, Austria. Your NXT UK champion is a bloody wanker, and he will go up against his greatest challenge to date, Ilja Dragunov from Moscow, Russia. And they answered a couple questions. The assistant to the general manager, Sid Scala, said there will not be any violence during this press conference. No one will put their hands on one another, and they did not. But there was a stare down, worlds in the making. And if any of you mates are not excited to see Walter versus Dragunov Part 2, well, then you sir are a wanker. Because they're gonna beat the bloody hell out of one another. They're gonna whip each other from pillar to post. Someone may inevitably shit their pants. Well, mates, with that being said, we're gonna give this in-ring press conference a 7. Piss warm pints. Ha ha ha. Our next contest, Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter against Rohan Raja and Teoman. And like Teoman says, the eye is always watching. That's right. Through hellfire and brimstone, the eye is always watching. Well, Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter didn't look half bad. But it was Rohan Raja and a little dastardly interference by Teoman. Rohan Raja hit him with the cutter thing, and Teoman put on the crossface, and they tapped out like a couple wankers. I mean, you knew Teoman and Raja was gonna win, just like Blackpool predicted it the previous week. So with that being said, we're gonna give this tag team match a 7. Piss warm pints. Ha 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 ha. And then we find out that A-Kid suffered a brutal knee injury in his match against Jordan Devlin, and A-Kid wants Devlin in a rematch, but this time in a 30-minute Iron Man match when he gets cleared. So that is something to look forward to, mates. And then for your NXT UK Women's Championship, we had Amale from Paris, France, and she was up against the final boss, the best in the world, Meiko Satomura from Sendai, Japan. And Amale did not look half bad, but Meiko Satomura just utterly brutalized her. Hit the Scorpio Rising, kick to the back of the noggin for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still women's champion, just like Blackpool predicted, Meiko Satomura. And mates, with that being said, we're going to give this match a 7.5. And then we have your main event of the evening for the NXT UK Heritage Cup Championship. The challenger, Mark Coffey from Glasgow, Scotland, versus the champion, the big strong boy from Mustache Mountain, actually Dudley, England, Tyler Bate. And Blackpool is a big fan of Tyler Bate. I will let you know that. I think Tyler Bate should regain the NXT UK championship, especially over this wanker Walter, and just keep the belt forever and just let him beat everyone. Well, let me tell you what happened in the Heritage Cup. Round number 1 ended with Tyler Bate had Mark Coffey in a headlock. Round number 2, Tyler Bate does a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, pinfall. Tyler Bate 1, Mark Coffey 0. And round number 3, Mark Coffey hits a diving forearm for a pinfall, 1, 2, 3. And we are tied up at 1 apiece after round 3. Round number 4, Tyler Bate, it's a headbutt, and time expires. And round number 5, Tyler Bate hits the Tyler Driver 97 for the pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still NXT UK Heritage Cup champion, Tyler Bate. Blackpool is exhausted. Blackpool just gave it his all in that Heritage Cup recap. Blackpool should take another sip of this mildly warm pint, not quite piss warm pint. That is better than cold, let's put it that way. So, with that being said, your Heritage Cup Championship match is going to get a 7.5 piss warm pints. So there you have it. Your match of the night is a tie, your Women's Championship, your Heritage Cup Championship, and if you want an average, well, you could piss off Wanker, but it's, probably 7.25. And Blackpool's world-famous predictions for next week. Mates, we're gonna have a Supernova Sessions with Noam Dar, and it's gonna be hilarious. But we will get an update on Walter versus Ilja Dragunov, Part 2. Will this match happen next week? Will it never happen? Or will it happen down the road? And in your main event for the NXT UK Tag Team Championship, it will be Pretty Deadly defeating Subculture. Yes, boy! And Blackpool has only one thing left to say about that. And if you don't like that, then Blackpool says, Brimstone, piss off, wankers!